Hey guys, welcome back. In this video, we will see how we can convert our product backlog items into GitHub issues. So to take an example, let's add an item. So let's say extend test classes with test setup extension, right? So if I open our project, what you will see is we have this package called setup, which is something which is coming from the core framework. And the idea was to put all the common extensions over here that your test classes can then extend. In case of Selenium, for example, it could be like creating a driver. In this case, you're working with APIs, so we don't have any such thing to add here. So that's why this class is empty. But for example, timing extension is something that could be super useful. So to give an example, if I run the test now, we will see that without any timing extension, when the test runs, we do not have any information about how much time a particular test took, right? And in case if you are having some sort of integration with reporting frameworks, like in our case, we had an integration with Elastic and Kibana. At this moment, it is not working, so you will not see any reports on Elastic Kibana. But I already covered this topic in the Project Zero tutorials. So if you have proper integration, this will work. So at this moment, like all I want to do is in the test class, I want to say extends with test setup so that I get more information about how much time a particular test took. So if I run this again, we can see that in the end it says from timing extension, uh, the test class, this method took 3.429 seconds, right? So this is like a simple use case to demonstrate what I wanted to show in this particular case. So for example, now we have this ticket created. What I want to do is I want to put this in to do, and I want to basically assign it to, let's say, to myself. I want to work on this ticket, and then I want to convert this ticket into an issue. So if I do that, I can click on Rest Pro, and now it is asking if I want to also attach to a particular milestone. But even if I don't attach it to a particular milestone, you can see this issue number 5 is already enough created. But since this is all like a part of no, so this is not a part of redesign. This would be a new milestone. So actually, if you want to create a new milestone, the way you can do it is if you go to the project, and so if I click on issues, under issues, if I click on milestone, then I can add a new milestone. So for example, I can say this could be features. This is not a redesign, this is adding a feature. Or I can say add new features, right? So if I create a milestone, and if I come back, I can give the milestone as add new features, right? Because it's not a redesign. So now we have got a ticket created. If you go to the project, you will see that, and if you go to, for example, in issues, we can see we now have a new ticket number 5 created, extend test classes with test setup extension. And it could be super useful when you create a PR. And if you say this particular PR fixes or closes this particular issue, it will be automatically also marked as done here due to the automation that we can see under workflows. So for example, if I click on workflows, it says when the item is closed, mark issue pull request as done. And these are like automatically all the default workflows which are already you can see are available. When a pull request is merged, set the value to done. And there are many more workflows that are available here. You can go through each of them in your own free time, but this adds a bit of an automation to your product backlog. So at this moment, this ticket is like an issue is created, it's green, it's under to do, but it's not yet done. So what we will do is we will come back here. We already have extended our test class with test setup. So first and foremost, we will pull latest changes. Where is the terminal? Here's the terminal. So git branch, git checkout main, git stash, git checkout main, and now we are going to pull all the latest changes from main. Then we will say git branch, and we will create a new branch where we will say add test setup to test. All right, and if I say git branch, now I can basically git stash pop. So this will bring all the changes that we've been working on our test, and now I can basically commit these changes. So this is the file that we've been working on. The only thing that we have done is we have extended the test with the test setup class. So we'll say extend test with setup class. Commit and push, push, push the test case to a particular branch, right? So now if we go to the project, in pull request, now we have a new branch, so we can compare and create a pull request. And if I create a pull request now, we have only one file which is changed, and it only extends the setup. Let's see if this has done any change in the project task. So at this moment, nothing is changed. It is still under to do. And if I now merge this pull request, confirm merge, this should now change this item from to do to done. So let's just do a refresh. Well, actually it still stays to do because my bad, I forgot to mark it as closed with. So for example, what I needed to do was in description, I should have mentioned that it fixes hash and number 5. I don't know if updating it afterwards works, but let's give it a try. I don't think it works like this, but let's give it a try. And if I refresh now, no, afterwards changing does not work. So that was a good test. So let's say, let's make a little bit more change. Let's remove this set total price 0. We were only checking it for null case. So I'll make a new branch, git checkout branch, update test, and let me say updated test, commit. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to first check out main, pull latest changes, git branch, check out update test branch, git checkout this branch, and then I will merge the changes with main before pushing it to remote, right? And this time what I will also do is I will mention which issue does it fixes. So create a new pull request, and let's go to pull request, compare and pull request, and this time I will say that the number 5, yeah, and create pull request. So now we have said this is fixing 5. Let's look into the project. Still under to do. So let's merge this pull request and see what happens. Pull request is merged, and now if I give a refresh, this is marked as done, right? The check mark is here, which basically says that for this particular item there was a pull request. All the items which does not have this purple check mark means there is no associated pull request with it. So that's it for this video, and in the next video we'll cover another topic. Thank you. See you. Bye bye.